There are over 2 million caregivers in Florida, and most Florida residents age 45 and over have either been a caregiver or anticipate being one. Monica Stenchula and Jeff Johnson join me today to discuss an upcoming conference to help caregivers navigate through their everyday challenges. Good morning and welcome to the show, guys. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having us on.
Well, excited that you've been on here because we've actually been talking about this program for a while now in the Morning Blend. So it's so nice to meet you and kind of dive more in depth. And first off, I got to say, even just reading that, 2 million people in Florida are caregivers. These numbers are astonishing. I had no idea, but maybe people aren't there yet. Why do they need to pay attention to this?
Well, because the generations of the family are further apart than ever before. And so we're finding that we live longer and there are more people that have to be taken care of as we go. In fact, there's 2.6 million caregivers in Florida right now. But nationally, we're going to have such a severe shortage of caregivers by 2020 that this isn't something that we can wait on. This is something that will affect all of us because our parents are alive while we're raising our children. We're caught in between. And here in Florida, unpaid caregivers have given $30 billion worth of free care in the last year. That's how much care families are offering without any kind of compensation. So it is a big problem. It's a big problem for our state economy. It's a big problem for all of our families as well.
Well, I thought over 2 million, that stat was going to be the largest stat that I had to swallow. That's insane. $30 billion have been spent like that.
Yes, $430 billion nationwide. So
wow.
These are staggering numbers, and it's only going to increase as time goes by as we get older and older in this country.
Well, Monica, you kind of touched on the challenges, and I hope you can elaborate a little bit more because maybe people aren't there yet. What are some of these day-to-day challenges that people not just financially have to endure?
Well, and so one of the things I think that we've discovered at AARP is that a lot of people don't think of themselves as caregivers. They think of themselves as a good spouse or a good daughter or a good son, and they're just helping out. But the reality is, as they do more and more for the person that they're taking care of, they have less and less for themselves. And so a lot of times people feel very isolated. You know, when you're raising kids, you're with a cohort of other people who have kids the same age. When you're dealing with an aging spouse or a disabled parent, sometimes you feel very alone. And that's one of the reasons why we're holding this Caregiver Conference, so that people can feel like they're not alone and connect with some of the resources that are right here in this community.
And I would say that's a great segue because, again, it's not having that isolation that people might feel.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about this conference. What do you hope to achieve and what's everything that's going on those 2 days?
You know, one of the biggest problems caregivers have today is because they are so isolated, is that they lack the ability to find out about resources. And our goal is to make sure that we connect them with as many resources and we connect them with other people that are going through the same experiences they are. So the day is packed full of free legal and financial advice, free advice about what it is to be a caregiver, taking on more and more responsibility, how to manage all of those conflicting obligations at the same time. And then we have breakout sessions in the afternoon to talk about what a great market opportunity this is for people that want to get into this in new companies. What employers can do to be more receptive and build policies, workplace policies that go beyond FMLA, which is the only policy that we have today nationwide, to do something to give caregivers more flexibility in their work time so they're able to remain employed while they're caregiving at the same time, which is a major issue for caregivers.
Okay, well, I know we're going to go ahead and share the information on your screen. What's the best way to either learn more information or register so that you can attend this conference?
You can register online. If you go to caregiveraccelerator.com, and right there on front, as soon as you land on the page, it will say about the second annual Florida Caregiver Conference. Click that button, it will take you to registration.
Now that's the kind of directions I can get behind. Good job, Monica, and thank you for tackling this very important subject.
Thank you.